So I asked you guys what it was you wanted me to talk about this week, and the majority of you wanted me to talk about how to sell things without sounding like a sellout. And I thought that was a really good thing for you guys to learn, because if you want to be a full-time creator, you need to know how to sell sponsors, you need to know how to sell services that you are recommending, whether it's services that are supplying your merch or monetizing your stream outside of what you're already doing with affiliate links, things like that. And you need to know how to sell yourself and your brand so that you can continue to be relevant in the long term. And those are all very, very important skills to have, in addition to letting you be a full-time content creator without even having to be a partner. So that's a video that's going to be coming out soon too. If you guys want to learn how to be a full-time content creator, even as just an affiliate on Twitch, you don't have to be a partner to do it. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and click that button sitting down below and like this video while you're at it, so that you can show your excitement for the next video and for this topic too, because it's going to be very relevant and hopefully will help you guys be able to monetize your stream better. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about was how to do sponsorships. And you guys might be asking, I feel so weird when I have to sponsor something, because I know that that's how people get paid extra money, especially if it's in the form of YouTube videos. Like, let's pretend I had a sponsor for this stream, like Arizona. Hashtag not actually sponsored, but let's pretend it was. Then in the YouTube format, you would generally have some kind of 10-15 second pre-recorded segment where you're recommending the product and you are talking about how you use it daily in your life, or how you enjoy using it, how it could be useful for your community because of the way that they likely use it similar to yourself. And by doing that, you can then be like, oh, okay, well, I know that I really like it. I think you guys would too. Here's a code that you can use in order to get it cheaper for yourself while I'm doing this special with this really cool brand. Boom, done. And you see that at the beginning of a lot of people's YouTube videos, because that's how sponsorships work. When you're doing a sponsorship on stream, it's a little bit different because there's not a recorded segment that you're going to be using. Instead, you're probably going to see people, when they're doing a sponsored segment, have an overlay on their stream that says something like Snickers, or if we're going with my Arizona example, there'd be something that says like Arizona, and it might say like code LECA underneath it or above it or something along those lines. And you would know that, oh, okay, so they're sponsoring this video, and you'll usually see something like hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored if they are paying that particular streamer to do a stream heavily showcasing them. So instead of just doing casual advertisement, which is where, for example, if I'm just like casually drinking this on stream and someone says, hey, what are you drinking? You're like, oh, I'm drinking Arizona. If you want to get some for yourself, use code LECA at checkout and use the link that pops up here in chat. Boom, done. That's pretty easy to do, and that's the most effective, least sell-outy way to sell products, is through casual advertisement, which goes a very long ways. But when you're doing a sponsored stream in particular, you're putting a lot more focus and effort on trying to do calls to action for that product. Usually you won't have to do these kinds of sponsored streams until you're a much larger creator, because usually sponsors will pay you to do that. They'll be like, hey, I want to pay you $1,000 to sponsor our product in particular on your stream. And you're like, okay, perfect, cool, I can go ahead and do that. We'll set up the date, we'll set up the time, I'll make sure that I have the layout set up. It might be a different overlay that they have, it might be something very special that they have going on for it in order to fit the agreements of that sponsorship. And that's just a unique one-time situation. If we're talking about affiliate deals, for example, let's say that was a one-time heavily sponsored stream, but then that person is sponsored with Arizona thereafter. They can be like, okay, well, for my regular streams, I will continue to have maybe like that sticker over here that says Arizona with the code LECA above or below it or something like that. And anytime somebody asks me what I'm drinking, it's that whole casual advertisement thing. So it just is regularly reinforced. People that come back to the channel over and over again will see it. People that come back regularly in the YouTube videos will see it. Maybe there's like a whiteboard behind me that says Arizona code LECA on it, so it's just subliminal advertising in that way as well, even if we're not mentioning it. Things of that nature. So that's something you can do if you have a long-term sponsorship. As far as the second point that I mentioned, where you're wanting to advertise for particular products that you are trying to sell outside of sponsorships that you have going on, for example, merch or Streamloots. Maybe you are selling CBD or something. I don't know. Like, so you have an affiliate link for something, or your merchandise with something and you want to sell that. That's a particular product that you're trying to rep, and while that is something long-term, kind of like the other one, it's different because you can't just show it on stream with being like, oh yes, here's my merch that I have there. For merch, it's easier because you can wear it and people can ask where you got it and you can have that pop up. So merch is a little bit different. But if we're talking about a particular product such as Streamloots, which is something that I make a decent amount of my income from as well, then you would show that by having the links pop up. And what I enjoy doing is having timers pop up in my chat for the things that are important to me and that I associate with. For example, I am partnered with Sneak Energy, so that pops up. I'm partnered with Streamloot, so that pops up in chat. And it reminds people that they can use those links in order to have them happen in chat, even if I'm not talking about it. But the thing that is very important that I don't see a lot of people do, which they should be doing, is when those timers pop up in chat, it's a reminder to you as the streamer to talk about it. Just do 10 seconds of mentioning it on stream and being like, oh, yeah, speaking of Streamloot, since I just saw that pop up in chat, if you guys want to get some Streamloots for yourselves, make sure you use that link and you can have fun cards that fuck with me. Or, if we're playing Dead by Daylight or Phasmophobia, I have decks that are specific to that you guys can use for yourselves too. And feel free to have fun with them. I have a sale going on right now where they're 10% off, or if somebody plays a card, because there's a card that can make them 50% off too, that goes on for a couple hours, I'll make sure to let you know. And usually, when you bring attention to that, people will be like, oh yeah, Streamloots is a thing, and customers you've had prior that go into Streamloots and do them will use them and be like, oh, you mean like this? And the thing magically pops up on screen, and you can have an exact example pop up as well. Or, oftentimes too, with Streamloots in particular, when people use those cards, even if you haven't seen the timer in chat to remind you to talk about it, people will say, wow, that's cool, how can I get my name written on Lekka K's face? Or, how can I make her take her glasses off so she's blind as a bat while she's playing this horror game? Or, how can I make her talk in only Pekingese for the next 2 minutes, which Pekingese is literally what it sounds like. It's me talking like Pikachu for 2 minutes. You know, things like that. And that's a very easy, slick opportunity to just be like, oh, you just go here, boom, done. It's not saying, oh no, please buy my Streamloots, guys, please, I'm so poor and I need you to buy this and I'm partnered on there and I really want your money, so make sure that you go buy these things. No. When you start doing that, it makes people think that you are just trying to use pity to sell a product to them, which is the opposite of what you want. It completely destroys your ethos. It makes you seem like a beggar, and for a lot of you guys, and or a sellout. In my eyes, a sellout is actually somebody who decides to sell or advertise a product they don't believe in and compromises their own moral values to make a buck. That's what I consider a sellout. The person I described is a beggar, and that is another kind of person you never want to be. You don't want to be either of those people because they're terrible. What you want to do instead is be somebody cool and chill that offers value to your audience, because you have to think of it this way too. If you're trying to sell something to them and it's not going to give them any kind of value other than supporting you, why would they not just give you a tip on PayPal instead? Why would they buy this thing versus just tipping you directly? You need to give them a value of something back other than just asking for a handout. And that's why you have to make it seem casual and chill and like it's something that's going on in your regular life. Same kind of goes for your brand. When you're selling yourself, you want to sell regularity, you want to sell consistency, you want to say, hey, guys, I know that if you just came into the stream, I might be ending it right now, but know that I am live 5 days a week from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday through Saturday on Twitch, so even if you miss the rest of this, would love to see you guys come back tomorrow because we're going to play some more horror games, or we're going to be continuing with more Fall Guys, or whatever it is that you were doing, which, by the way, I do stream 5 days a week on Twitch. Link is in the description below. I'd love to see you guys there. But you want to be able to do that. Something else that you should be doing for your streams in order to sell yourself as a content creator is regularly talk about what it is that you do. You can even have that pop up in chat. Remember how I talked about having those chatbot reminders pop up in stream to give you an idea of what it is you should be doing? Goes along with selling yourself as well. Be like, hey guys, I am a content creator here that also makes funny sketch videos on YouTube, and I have an Instagram that I'm live on 2 times a week, and I'm live on Twitch 3 times a week, and I just play entirely funny co-op games, or whatever it is. Whatever your channel is about, just make sure that you have practiced a little like 5-second, 10-second pitch to let people know, hey, if you guys are new, you're coming in, you've been here for a little bit, and I've not mentioned anything about myself, let me go ahead and change that. Hey, how you doing? I'm Lekka K, and I'm a variety streamer. And I stream 5 days a week, and I do all kinds of shit, and I'd love to see you guys come back for more in the future. It's as easy as that, and if they want to follow, you can direct them to the follow button chilling in the bottom right-hand side of the stream, or if you're making a YouTube video, then you can ask your community to go ahead and hit that subscribe button sitting down below and like the video if it's been helpful so far, which is something that you guys can do right now as well. it really comes with practice. If you guys are very nervous because you feel like you're going to be taking advantage of your community, you're not. Taking advantage of your community is when you are actively lying to them in order to make some kind of monetary benefit, which for most of you guys is not going to be the case. You cannot expect to sell yourself and be successful as a business person and as a mogul and as a content creator if you're not willing to stand up and sell yourself and your brand, sell affiliate links and brands that want to work with you, or sell sponsorships. It's just not going to happen. So get over that anxiety, get over that fear, practice those short little pitches, make those bot commands, and have a good experience doing it. The more repetition you have, the more practice you have doing it, the easier it's gonna get, I promise you. Remember that everything on your stream is marketable. Everything on your stream is advertisable. So make sure that you value every single thing on your stream. If you are sponsored with Arizona, make sure that you have the brand facing outwards. Same if it was an energy drink, for example. If you are trying to sell your merch, wear your merch on stream and have it be displayed. Don't have it cut off halfway or not show up at all. Do the most you can with the space you have. You don't have to go above and beyond super far in order to get that idea of buying something that you actually enjoy and thoroughly value in the head of your community. And you'll see an increase in sales if you start to do it that way and treat every single one of your streams like a business that you're going in to sell a product and sell yourself. And you can still be yourself and be authentic while you're doing that. It'll teach you to be a good salesman, and if you can be a good salesman, you can be successful anywhere. But that's going to be it for this video. If it was helpful and informative, I would love to see you guys come back for more. Make sure you're subscribed because I'll be having videos that be released every single Saturday so that you can partake in more content creation knowledge. I'm also live on Twitch 5 days a week if you guys want to come through Tuesday through Saturday starting at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'd love to see you guys come through. I usually do my stream as a just chatting stream all the time, even if I'm playing a game. So you guys can always come in and ask me more pertinent information if it was not answered in here or if you want a live response. But I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.